The grace period is over. The John Wick set is leaving the item shop soon. Keyword there, soon. Not yet, it's still in the item shop. As you can see right here, there he is, what a good guy. Over the past, 5 or 6 streams I've done over at Caffeine, I've added so many people. Look at how slow that bar is going on the side. That's how long my friends list is right now. Of course, I will continue to add you guys over on Caffeine. I add everyone at the end of the stream, so swing on by and drop me a follow if you're interested. Link for that will be below. Alright, so we're gonna make this one really simple. We're just gifting out John Wick, so we just have to select 3 people. John Wick is going out to Lee, Mary25, as well as Vader Plays FNBR. Use code PineapplesYT, of course, gotta put that in the memo. And there we go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see gifts continue to get sent out, all you've got to do is drop a like on the video and hit that big red subscribe button and join the family today. I'll keep doing this for as long as the gifting system remains in the game, and at this point, it could be permanent. Let's go ahead and get into the video. What's up, memers? I'm Dr. P, and welcome back to another video right here on the channel. Now today, guys, we're going to go over your theories, your thoughts that you've told me about what you think is going to go down at Greasy Grove, and of course, I'll be sure to give my thoughts. Do me a quick favor and drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go. So I want to start with this. It's not related to Greasy Grove, but it is an announcement Fortnite made this morning. There is going to be a Fortnite crossover with the NBA, which is absolutely amazing. I don't know how many of you guys are watching professional basketball this time of year, but the NBA playoffs are really heating up. We're about to go into the finals, and this is very similar to what they did with the NFL around the same time of the Super Bowl. As you know, we have a bunch of NFL skins in the game, and it looks like we're going to get a bunch of NBA skins in the game as well, which I'm unbelievably excited for as a fan of the sport. This is awesome. I'm definitely going to be picking these skins up, and you should too, and if you do, use code PineapplesYT, you know what's up. Alright, so moving on, I tweeted this a little while ago. I said, shoot me your theories about Greasy Grove. If there's anything I haven't already covered, I'd love to hear it. Best replies get featured in a new video. I've been doing this kind of format a lot lately, and a lot of you guys really seem to love it, and I love it a lot because I get to showcase you guys and talk more about you instead of myself and what I think. Let's get into some of the best replies. With reference to Greasy, Justin says, it's definitely coming back because when you're in the big building under the ice, you can break things outside of the building with the right angle. This is something that I've definitely covered before, but not recently, and I figure it's probably worth showing you guys who may not be aware. So as you can see, in this middle building in what's left of Greasy, there are lots and lots of items and objects outside of the ice, yet you can break them if you get up to them and hit them at the precisely right angle. Not only that, but as you can see right there, there's a shotgun spawn inside the ice. There's even a chest spawn up the stairs inside the ice. All this stuff is still spawning into the game, even though the areas are inaccessible. What's also interesting is the fact that if you go to the bottom of this building and you check out kind of the northeast corner, you can look through the ice and see very clearly there are vending machines available to be used, except you can't get to them. Now, I do realize it's only playground that I'm in right now, but it still is very interesting and very strange as to why they are rendering in these objects even though you can't get to them. Could this be a hint that Greasy could melt at some point? I don't know, but it definitely couldn't hurt. Next up, we have Ace, who actually left me a YouTube comment who said, not sure if it's still this way, but in the upper part of Polar Peak Cave, there is an invisible barrier which appeared after the volcano hit it. At first, I had no clue, virtually no idea what he was talking about, but after digging a little bit, I realized that lots of people on Reddit have been posting about this and wondering what's the reason behind it. Is it a glitch? Is it meant to be? Because, again, it did happen immediately after the volcano hit and the second we went to Season 9. Here's a screenshot showing what I'm talking about from Reddit user Squeamish Orange. You can see when you're facing north in this exact spot in Polar Peak, you physically just cannot walk through this hallway because there's a barrier preventing you from doing so. Now, if I had to guess, I would say this is most likely a glitch of some kind because this just doesn't happen, it just seems like it's a bug. However, the thing that most people don't realize when it comes to this kind of thing is maybe there's a reason behind the bug, Maybe Epic accidentally put some files into the game, maybe somehow relating to a Polar Peak / Greasy Grove event. Those are in fact the two places we're most likely to expect an event later this season. Don't get me wrong, it's most likely a completely innocent glitch that means nothing, but you can never be too sure with Epic, especially when this happened right the second we went to Season 9, and we're expecting an event in this location later in the season. Just some food for thought. Next up, we've got Matthew, who says, the Conquest loading screen in the Battle Pass must mean something. I think the Viking village's ship is going to fall and destroy the ice. Of course, this is the image he is referring to in the Battle Pass. This is unlocked somewhere before tier 50, and it basically shows two of our Viking skins, the male and the female version, of course from Season 5, sailing off somewhere. It's very clear from the image that they are in the same ship that is currently sitting on top of the Viking village near Snobby, and of course, as we know right now, that ship is frozen on a lake and has been for a while. Now, Matthew mentions in his tweet that the Viking ship could fall off at some point, and that's interesting because that's actually been a pretty hot topic of debate in the past week or so. Personally, I don't think so, but a lot of people seem to have thought that the Viking ship is sliding slowly off the cliff already. Ultimately, if Greasy does come back, it means that the ice covering it up has to melt. That would create a large pool of standing water. Now, that standing water would be directly connected to that waterfall the ship is sitting on near the Viking village. If the waterfall suddenly starts moving again, who's to say that ship couldn't slide right off? Plus, does anyone else find it a little strange that in the Season 9 Battle Pass, they have an unlockable loading screen showing the Vikings and that ship, which is 4+ seasons old at this point? Appreciate the theory, Matthew. Next up, we've got Mobile Destroyer, who says, Dr. Pineapplez, I just realized from your video from earlier, he means the one from yesterday, the skins that you showed have 37 on them because Epic Games is maybe indicating something big is going to happen on the 37th day of Season 9. In case you missed yesterday's video and have absolutely zero clue what he is talking about, he means this. In yesterday's video, I pointed out that two new skins that are a part of the Neo Chaser set both have 37 on their body somewhere. For Versa, it's on her backpack, and for Ether, it's on his left shoulder. 37 is important here because that's the tier in the Battle Pass you unlock the Greasy Grove loading screen. Also, it can be viewed as the coordinates for Greasy Grove if you take the 3 from 37 and make that a C, and the reason you would do that is because C is the third letter of the alphabet, and C7 is where Greasy Grove would be if it came back. Clearly, 37 means something important, otherwise they wouldn't keep having this number come back up and constantly recur. So what Mobile Destroyer is saying is possibly 37 days into the season could be some kind of event in which they bring Greasy back. So I looked up what 37 days from the start of Season 9 would be, and it turns out to be June 15th, which would be somewhere around 3 weeks from now. The really interesting and fascinating part about June 15th is it just so happens to land on a Saturday. Now you might ask why that's important. Every single Fortnite event that's ever been and most likely ever will be has occurred on a Saturday. The fact that 37 days from the start of the season just so happens to land on a Saturday really gives a lot of credibility to Mobile Destroyer's theory. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying if it was going to happen, it would have to be on a Saturday. Now, there is a 1 in 7 chance it could have randomly been this way, but also, who really knows? 37 has appeared so much in Season 9, and we're only about 2 weeks into it, not even. It definitely seems to be an important number, and I would not write it off, man. The only thing that's a little questionable about that is 37 days into the season seems like a really, really early part of the season, and maybe a little premature to have a live event because almost every one has occurred near the end of a season. But, that doesn't mean anything. Of course, take everything you heard in this video with a grain of salt. I tried my best to give my best opinions and best feedback on what you guys had to say, and you guys are really keeping it interesting. So if you have any theories or anything else you want to add or contribute, be sure to let me know either on the comment section of this video or even on Twitter. I'm always looking it up. Thanks so much for watching. I want to genuinely thank you for your time, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'll see you later.